Hi, we wanted to make a short video showing you how we use cold brewer, give you some tips, and talk about some of its features. Cold brewer has 5 main parts. There's a silicone lid that has a couple different uses, and we'll talk about that later. There's the tower. This holds the coffee as well as the water. And in the tower is the stainless steel plug and adjustable drip rate valve. Attached to the bottom of the tower is a stainless steel filter. This holds back the coffee but allows a cold brew to drip through. Then of course there's the carafe that holds a cold brew. We've also included some instructions to get you started. Let's take a closer look at the plug and valve assembly. On the silicone plug, this pull tab is used to make it simple to remove from the tower. If you pulled on this, it would slide right off. This small stainless steel tube is used to vent some of the CO2 gases released from the coffee as the water contacts it. This is especially important with freshly roasted coffee. If we didn't vent it, the drip rate would come to a stop since it's a sealed chamber, and we don't recommend removing this tube. On the valve tube, you'll notice a small notch on the bottom, and this allows water to pass through. Above the notch is a laser-etched line. I'm going to line up that laser-etched line with the notch in the silicone. In this position, the valve is fully open and water can freely flow through. As I rotate it clockwise, the drip rate will slow down. And as I continue rotating it, it will come to a position where it's fully closed and it'll stop dripping. Rotating all the way back around again, and I'm in the fully open position. The stainless steel filter sits in a silicone ring. To remove it, simply peel back on the silicone. You'll notice the filter has 2 different sides. One side has a smooth, fine mesh, and the other side has a coarse mesh. The coarse mesh adds rigidity to the filter. You'll want to make sure that the smooth side is facing up and in contact with the coffee. That will make cleanup much easier. Let's set up a cold brew. The first thing you'll want to do is measure out the coffee. If you have a scale, that's the most accurate way to do it. But if not, no worries. For this recipe, we'll use 2 ounces by weight of coffee and 24 ounces of ice and water. 2 ounces by weight is about 2/3 of a cup. You don't want to use a fluid ounce scale. For the coffee, we recommend using freshly roasted and freshly ground coffee, and a medium grind setting is a good place to start. I'm now going to fill this larger measuring cup with ice. It doesn't have to be exactly 12 ounces of ice. Now I'm going to fill it up to the 24-ounce mark with water. Okay, we've got our coffee and water ready. I'm going to dump the coffee into the tower. And then give it a little shake to get the coffee off the rim. Now I'll drop a paper filter onto the top. And the paper filter helps evenly distribute the water. to produce a more even extraction. The next step is to pre-wet the coffee. For the pre-wet, we'll take some of our ice water mix and pour about an ounce onto the paper filter. I like to dip the plug in water to make it really easy to insert into the tower. Now I'm going to add the water and ice mixture. For this brew, I'm going to adjust the drip rate to about 1 drip every second. We'll put the lid on and let it brew. The lid is designed to be loose-fitting to keep dust out, but allow air to vent into the water chamber. Okay, our brew finished in about 5 hours, and I'll show you how to clean up. Remove the plug, and then over a trash can or a compost bin, pull off the bottom filter and just give it a swift shake, and it should pop right out. Then we'll rinse these in the sink. To clean the filter, I just turn it upside down and then rinse it off. You can fully remove it if there's any coffee around the edges. For the tower, just give it a little rinse, and then with a sponge, just run it around the inside. If you're careful, you can put this in the dishwasher, but we find it's just easier to wash by hand. While loose fitting on the tower, the lid is designed to create an airtight seal on the Bruer carafe. Simply plunge down and you've created an airtight seal. To remove the lid, you don't want to pull directly up. You want to press down to break the seal with your thumb and then pull the lid out. As long as it's sealed from oxygen, your cold brew will stay fresh in your fridge for a number of weeks. We hope you enjoy it.